at 18-3 and a perfect 8-0 in the MEAC. They look to stay undefeated here tonight and go 9-0, preparing for Sunday's afternoon matchup with North Carolina Central. They got to take care of business here first, and you'll take a look at the South Carolina State starters. Benson, Harris, Thompson, Barnett, Roach, Andrews, and Stevenson are going to be in the maroon for South Carolina State. Their libero in white. The libero will be Trinity Stevenson here this evening. For Coppin, take a look at their lineup. Pretty much the usual suspects. Palacios, Castle, Caton, Svatanova, Ibrahim, Stafford will be in the white jerseys, and the libero, Ashley Roman, in the blue here this evening as the officials get everybody lined up and get the rotations correct and make sure everybody is in the right spots. As Roman will check in here, both liberos will start on the floor, and it looks like first serve is going to be Andrea Svatanova and Coppin State. These two teams met earlier this season back on the 29th of September down in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and it was a 3-0 Coppin State victory. She is tied for 9th in aces in the country. She sits atop the conference in aces, led the country a season ago. And Svatanova gets us underway as we start things off with the South Carolina State attack, and now Coppin will send a free ball over. And they'll set up outside. Thompson is blocked at the net but recovered, and they'll recycle the point again, feeding Thompson, and again off the hands of Castle and Ibrahim. A back set for Stafford. She's going to push to the back corner, and we got a long rally to start things off here in the first set, and a rejection to get us going. Castle and Ibrahim combining for that block at the net, and it's 1-0 Eagles. Andrea Svatanova again now to serve. And last Friday night, she got over the 200 career ace mark with 6 against Delaware State, as that one's wide of the antenna and out of play. Had 6 aces again on Sunday against Maryland Eastern Shore on the road, and another 3-0 sweep for Coppin in that one. 2-0 Eagles. And Svatanova goes deep that time to the backside, and it's kept in. Out of system they go. Thompson will punch. Somehow Ibrahim got a hand on it and gets another rejection. So 2 blocks and 3 points for Coppin, and they lead it 3-0. Svatanova again to serve. Clipped the net on the way through and dug out, kept alive. They'll feed Thompson on the give and go. Won't go down as it's tipped back over. And again, South Carolina State will get a chance to attack. This time, Thompson muscles it through the block, and it drops right in front of Castle and Ibrahim. So far, it's been the setting to the senior outside hitter, Alicia Thompson. She's got 140, now 141 kills on the season so far, and she will serve it away. Tight ball to the net, handled nicely by Svatanova to set up Ibrahim in the middle. Layla picks up kill number 131 on the season. And now Stafford will be the server, going to float, and it's long and out of play. 4-2 goes the early score count here inside the PEC Arena. Stafford directing it to Svatanova, now setting up Caton, and she is rejected at the net. That was Harris and Andrews. The junior and freshman combo getting South Carolina State within a point here in set number 1, 4-3. Roman, Svatanova for Castle, blocked and off of her and out of play. So give a block to Kaya Fields, and we're tied at 4. So now both sides with a couple of blocks through the first 8 points of this opening set. Libero Stevenson puts it in play. We're tied here. Ibrahim got a piece of it, and it will fall. Ibrahim gives Coppin back the lead. And now here comes Geraldine Palacios for Ibrahim as Roman goes back to serve for the Eagles. Down the line and in, says the line judge, and it's a serve. It's ace for Ashley Roman. 6-4 Coppin. Roman again to serve. She just picked up ace number 22 on the year. She'll float it down the line again. Out of system go the Bulldogs. Felder will put it over. Or Fields, excuse me, will put it over. Popped up and into the net on the swing from Andrews. 7-4 Coppin. Roman the serve. In play at Chelsea Cole. Back set on the slide and a rejection for Caton and Palacios. A big-time rejection from the front for Coppin. Roman, a service error right into the net and a side out for SC State. 8-5 Eagles on top of the Bulldogs early here in set number 1. Andrews is the server. Low line drive. Got by Stafford, but picked up nicely by Palacios, setting up the tip for Caton and another side out for Coppin. And here comes Serrano into the game for Coppin. She'll come in for Castle and go into serve, and we got a couple changes as well. For South Carolina State, Andrews checks out, and I believe that's Kiara Rosales, the Phoenix, Arizona native, number 1, checking in for SC State. Serrano the server. Right at Stevenson, setting it up for Felder. Blocked, Svatanova Palacios. It's a 4th block for Coppin here in the opening set, and they have now doubled SC State in points, 10-5. Serrano going cross court with the cut serve, and it doesn't go down. Big tip. We've got somebody in the net. Palacios was in the net. 10-6 the score.
All right, Coppin, here we go.
10-6 the score. Now we got a sub, and Felder will check out, and it will be Maya Benson back in, the Alabama A&M transfer. As you see right there on your screen, the first-year head coach, Melissa Page, leading the Bulldogs. Setting up Caton with a big swing. It doesn't go down. Outside over the top of the block, and now Svatanova will set up Caton again. She did not get a lot on that one. A little mistiming between the setter and the hitter that time. 10-7 the score. Coppin on top by 3. The sophomore from Dallas, Texas puts it back in play. They're going to set up Palacios on the slide, and that's going to drop. Geraldine's on the board for her first kill. And now here comes the MEAC Rookie of the Week, Coco Figueroa, the freshman for Coppin. She'll come in and serve. Deep into the back corner. Setting it up off the block. Kept alive by Stafford. Svatanova will attack with the left hand. It doesn't go down. Now they're going to have to set up again as Thompson will send that one over. Now they're going to attack Palacios. That time got a little bit more of it, and it does end up dropping, and Geraldine's on the board once again. Her second kill, back-to-back tries. 12-7 Eagles. Setting it up off the hands. Figueroa covers. Popped up. Stafford kept alive. Nice dig in the back by Rosales. Stafford looking for a give and go. They're going to set her up in the middle. Did it catch the line? It did. Point Coppin. Kill number 1 for Takenya Stafford. 13-7 Eagles. Figueroa once again the server. And into the net, side out. 13-8 the score. This will be Haley Harris, the transfer from Temple College, to serve. And she puts it in. Svatanova setting up Palacios on the quick up and down. 14-8 Eagles. Roman will check out as Palacios will go to serve, and Ibrahim now checks back into that middle blocker spot. Tipped over, out of play. It is, in fact, out of play. Coppin gets the point, 15-8. Setting it up for Thompson again. Got right to Palacios. Kept inside the antenna by Svatanova. Now the quick setter dump. They're going to get her for a double touch. And that was Barnett who couldn't corral it. The freshman setter from Bowling Green, Kentucky gets tacked for an error. And now Coppin once again doubling up South Carolina State. 16-8 here in the first. Down the line, popped up, out of system. Thompson will swing at Figueroa. Slide play, Ibrahim didn't clear the net. 16-9 the score. Back into the game is Andrews for South Carolina State. Figueroa popped it up. Stafford keeps it in play, and now out of system they go, but a free ball sent over by Roman, and a thunderous solo block for Takenya Stafford. 17-9 Eagles. And here comes Castle to come back in. Serrano out. Svatanova will go back deep again to serve for the second time now. Once through the rotation go the Eagles. Big swing and an ace for Andrea Svatanova. 45 aces on the year, 18-9. She's coming off back-to-back matches with 6 aces apiece and picks up her first here this evening. Down the line, looking for back-to-back aces, won't get it. Popped up. Thompson, a huge swing, and Figueroa the dig. Roman gonna bump set Stafford. Cross-court tip won't go down. Bump set again, back row Stevenson, and it's long. Coppin up 10, 19-9. Svatanova again, she'll switch sides, go to the far side now, and put it in play. She went with cross court, they're gonna go give and go. Thompson out of play, off the antenna. 20-9. Oh no. So they call Castle in the net. So the call was Castle was in the net, but Coach Walsh is arguing that it doesn't matter because the ball was out off the antenna. So the two officials are going to get together and talk about it. Of course, Coach Walsh could go back and challenge if he indeed does not like what they come up with. And they'll change the call. So it does go 20-9, Coppin up 11. All right, so they get together and talk about it. And Svatanova once again will serve for Coppin. We like quick conversations between officials, and we're back underway. Lightning rocket of a serve Oh, and a collision on the sideline, but it's kept in play. Now a collision in the backcourt for Coppin between Roman and Figueroa, and everybody's up and okay for the moment. As Thompson will go cross court and get a kill past the outstretched arms of Coco Figueroa. And it's 20-10, Coppin on top by 10. Felder back in. Svatanova, Ibrahim! Immediately to the floor, a huge cannon from Layla that time. 21-10, Coppin, and here comes Kaliko Schilling in for Coppin. She will go back to serve, and Caton comes into the front row, and now we have a quick stoppage in play. We're ready to go. And it'll be Kaliko Schilling, the freshman from Hawaii. And it's a service error for Kaliko. 21-11 the score. And this will once again be the libero, Trinity Stevenson, the Georgia native. Schilling pops it up, bump set out wide to Caton from Svatanova. In the middle, the tip, Roman was there. Svatanova back setting for Castle, and she is blocked. Felder and Harris combining on that one, 21-12. Svatanova, Castle in the middle, went with the tip, doesn't get down. Nice dig by Stevenson. Harris with the kill, certainly looked like she kind of caught it and threw it, but it's 21-13. Coppin looking for the side out, and the block is tooled by Caton, and she'll get the kill, and it's 22-13. Ibrahim out, Palacios into the front, Roman back to serve for Ibrahim. Roman already with one ace here in the opening set. Not going to pick one up there. They go cross court. It's blocked, but doesn't get back over to the SC State side. Felder, I believe, got the push on that one. 22-14 the score. Back row Roman, popped up Svatanova. Palacios gets the kill. 23-14, her fourth. Palacios leads all attackers here in this one with a match high for Serrano for Castle. Middle, Roman covers with the dig. Caton this time. Cole got there with a dig of her own. Felder outside off the hand. Schilling won't get there. Serrano a little late to cover, and it's 23-15. This now matches the most points that South Carolina State has scored against Coppin this season. That came in the second set of the first meeting when they lost that one 25-15. They have not scored more than 15 against Coppin this year. Caton out wide, and that will come to an end there, 23-16. Svatanova went with the quick dump over, didn't fall. Thompson, Schilling got there. Serrano going to angle it towards Caton, who will roll over top of the block, but it's kept alive by Rosales and sent over by Thompson. Now they'll be able to attack nicely off the tip again, and this time Caton gets it to fall. Set point number one for Coppin. They'll have 8 to work with, 24-16. And Figueroa in for Caton. And almost got down for an ace to end it. Free ball over. Palacios, Svatanova out wide. Schilling not going to go down. Figueroa popped it up. Serrano again going to set Schilling. Off the hands. Popped up. They're out of system. It's going to be a free ball by Thompson. Down the line, Serrano. Now they're going to set up for Palacios, who gets her fifth. And that is where the first set is going to come to an end. Coppin 25, South Carolina State 16. A quick opening set between these two MEAC rivals. And Coppin goes up 1-0 going in to set number 2. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it'll be time for set number 2 right here on the CSU Sports Network.
People, a breast cancer diagnosis can feel like a battle they're facing alone. But we are in this together because there are mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our friends. NBCF rallies and screening, supporting, and serving communities across the country. Because every woman matters. Every story is powerful. Every voice makes a difference.
Just beat breast cancer.
And every dollar helps. Together, we rise. Are you in?
There is something greater than finishing first.
True champions stand on principles.
We fight for the right causes. We believe in the
power of teamwork, whether in rebounding, receiving, or in research.
In service and in sportsmanship.
Only a few have what it really takes.
We develop the talent. We unleash the potential.
It all boils down to this. Now
is the time. This is the place.
We are MEAC.
Ready to roll here inside the PEC Arena for set number 2. 25-16 winners, Coppin State in the opening set. As we're just seconds away here, Coppin was led by Geraldine Palacios, 5 kills, 3 apiece for Caton and Ibrahim in that set, and then just 1 for Takenya Stafford, and they were also paced with those 6 blocks in that opening set for Coppin. A very nice opening set for the Eagles, making quick work in that first one, and now looking to repeat that here in set number 2. Coppin did sweep South Carolina State earlier this year, and they entered today on an 6-match winning streak. And it's been just about a month. It's been a month to the day now since their last defeat against American. 3-0 in that one. But since Coppin has rattled off 6 straight wins. It is also Coppin State's breast cancer awareness pink game here this evening against South Carolina State. Breast cancer death rates have gone down considerably since starting about 1990. The incidence rate shown in red on the PowerPoint as it plays throughout the arena has had some volatility. Some think that the validity is linked to use of postmenopausal hormones, which is varied over the last 20 years. In Maryland, there are approximately 32,000 cases in any given year. In 2017, the last year for which there is full data shown, the most commonly diagnosed cancer was breast cancer. Approximately 1% or 50 of the 5,000 or so Marylanders diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017 were men. Prostate cancer was the second most common diagnosed cancer. So Coppin and the arena decked out in pink for breast cancer awareness. Of course, those statistics are brought to you from the CSU senior nursing students. Put together a PowerPoint that will play throughout the arena here this evening, and we'll keep reading a couple of those slides for you as well. Svatanova will serve with Coppin up 1-0. And she'll get a dig, popped it up to Roman, who have to bump set Stafford, and she does, in fact, keep it inside the antennas. And a tight ball just got over, and once again a left-handed dig from Svatanova. Stafford muscles it through the block for a kill. 2-0 Coppin. Svatanova dropped it in, almost got down. Nice hustle from the setter Barnett, and they set up Stevenson. Castle, back corner, got there and a kill. 3-0 Coppin. Svatanova's serve, line drive, got down. Her second ace of the night. 4-0 Eagles. Another line drive serve, that time at Cole. Slide play, Svatanova got there. And they'll set up Stafford, who is blocked by Andrews and Harris. And Andrews is in some pain, holding her hand or finger off that block. Point South Carolina State, 4-1, back underway, back set, a little errant one, and Stafford able to corral it. Off the hands, Castle a little late to close down that block, and the slide play for Harris ends in a rejection. 4-2. Castle puts it in play. They're going to set up Felder, and that is the new libero, Figueroa, diving in for that one. Castle again, a thunderous block at the net. Gets it 4-3. It was the setter. That was Harris, and the setter, Kaya Barnett. Also into the game is Genesis Hernandez for Coppin State for the first time here this evening. And again, that change with Roman and Figueroa. And now Stafford answers. Big kill to the back corner. 5-3. Hernandez will check out as Caton will come into the front row, and Stafford's going to go back to serve. Felder blocked at the net. It's Ibrahim all by herself. Ibrahim's 14th solo rejection of the year. Coppin up 6-3, and it's Stafford again, the server. And just a little bit long. Side out, South Carolina State, 6-4. Coppin is looking to close in on their second straight regular season title and looking for their third in the last 4 seasons. They are currently perfect in conference play. Ibrahim down the line, gets a kill, 7-4. And Figueroa will be the server. Pushed out wide, Thompson off the hands, and now they'll have a chance to recycle the point. Now they're going to switch it. That's going to get out of play. Errant pass from South Carolina State puts Coppin on top by 4. 8-4 Eagles. Oh, and it's kept in play by Benson and sent over by Harris. In the middle, Palacios picking on Benson. Kept alive. Thompson, errant swing as it goes directly into the net. 9-4 Coppin. Dropped in by Figueroa. Thompson through the net. They'll say it hit the antenna. And it's out of play. 10-4 the score now. Line drive serve. Out wide, Thompson tools the block and gets a kill. 10-5. Harris, the server. Put in play, errant pass, tipped back over, and Figueroa couldn't quite keep it up. And the score will go 10-6, Coppin on top by 4. Tipped over, Caton gets the kill. Keeping our eyes on matches around the MEAC as well. Currently Howard down in D.C. leading Delaware State 1-0 early in the second set there. Eastern Shore and Norfolk State is an intriguing one, and Eastern Shore was victorious in that first set by a score of 25-22. They're in the middle of the second, and Eastern Shore has a lead there as well. And then Central is hosting Morgan, or excuse me, flip that. Morgan is hosting Central. And of course, South Carolina State will go to Morgan. Slide play is blocked. South Carolina State goes to Morgan on Sunday, while Central will make the crosstown trip here to the PEC. Back row try, big swing. Who is that in the back? Is that Stafford? It was to Kenya Stafford in the back row. Tipped over. Svatanova got there, and Palacios sends it over. And then directing a ball to the back row was the setter, Barnett, to make it 13-7. And down the road, just about 5 miles or so, at Morgan State, Central leads it 1-0 there. So we're keeping our eye on some matches around the conference. Caton, a swing and a kill. 14-7, Coppin up a touchdown, and Paola's got kill number 5. Genesis Hernandez is going to come in and be the server now, and it's long and out of play, 14-8. Felder back in. The server is going to be Delaney Davis, number 15. The junior out of Illinois. Out of play on the serve. 15-8 will go the score. And here comes Chelsea Cole, the senior defensive specialist this evening. And Geraldine will go back to serve now. Set up and tipped. Hernandez got there in the middle. Ibrahim got it to fall. 16-8, and we have our first time out of the contest. It will be taken by South Carolina State. They are down by 8. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment after this on the CSU Sports Network. Out of the South Carolina State timeout, Coppin leads it 16-8 here in the second. Ibrahim, another big-time kill from her. 17-8. Down the line, doesn't catch that back corner, and it's out of play, 17-9. And now the serve from Stevenson. Out wide, Stafford out of play. Just missing the back corner. A huge kill from her, but it doesn't go down. And the freshman libero Trinity Stevenson out of Jonesboro, Georgia, steps back up to the line to serve. Back on the give and go. Stafford this time able to get it to fall. 18-10, Coppin up 2. And here comes Divine Muo. Off the top of the tape and doesn't get down. They're going to set it up on the tip. It's going to be a lift. Or she was in the net, rather, is what they say. That was Maya Rembert, number 6, who was in the net. Svitanova, the server, up by 9, 19-10. Right at Cole, out of system. It's going to be a free ball if it gets over, and it does. Figueroa, Svitanova kept it in. Stafford, a huge swing, and now the pass back to the Coppin State side. Muo adjusting to put it over. And now Coppin in system they go. In the middle, Ibrahim didn't connect, mistimed the jump just a little. And the swing, 19-11 the score. Coppin on top by 8. And here comes Kiara Rosales in to serve. Floats it long, out of play, no touch, and it's going to be a Coppin point, 20-11. Hernandez out, and Schilling comes back in. popped way up and almost dropped Aaron pass, but it got over somehow. And now Coppin will attack it. Schilling off the hands, won't drop. Barnett pops it up. Svatanova got there. And it was a tight ball to the net and put back down by Harris. Benson back in, and so is Davis for South Carolina State. 20-12 is the score. Another 8-point Coppin lead. Floated high. Svatanova. Ibrahim. Out of play. Couldn't quite find the touch or the line. Coppin on top by 7. And the server is once again Maya Benson, the sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Puts it into Schilling. Svatanova on the give and go. Kaliko couldn't get that to drop. Blocked by Ibrahim. And Stafford. Figueroa with her team up by 8, 21-13 in play, and now back at her. She directs the pass to Svatanova. Stafford is blocked. Or excuse me, that's Muo who was blocked at the net. Up to Palacios, blocked, and they're going to call Svatanova for a double. 21-15. So far, Coppin has cruised, but it's been getting to that 25th point that's proven to be just a little bit difficult for them early on here. Schilling's going to tip, and it's back. Svatanova, Palacios this time able to get the point for Coppin. 22-15. And now we'll have Serrano in for Muo, and she will go back to serve. Score is correct after the request from the first-year head coach, Melissa Page from South Carolina State. We are good to go, and Serrano's going to get us back underway. And it's out of play. 22-16. Svatanova directed it over. Ball at the net's block. Kept alive for the time being. Back over. Palacios tipped back down. Tipped over, and Svatanova is down underneath the net. We're going to take a break while they tend to Svatanova on the floor. And it's 22-16 Coppin State. We will be back in just a moment. So Svitanova on the bench being checked to. Ayana Farrow will check back in. 22-16 Coppin State here in the second. So they're going to replay the point, I think. And Coppin's just going to make sure that they are in the right rotation after the injury. So the server, I believe, is going to be Kaya Barnett for South Carolina State. Okay, so we got everybody in the right positions, it looks like, and we're ready to get back underway. So Barnett will serve on the replay. 22-16 is the score. And it's an error, and Coppin gets the point. Kaliko Schilling will be the server. Gets him out of system. Tight ball to the net off the fingertips of Palacios. Stafford directing one over. Off the hands and through for number 10. Sila Avia. And now Delaney Davis will serve. Benson will check out. And Felder will check in. And now, in fact, Davis will check out. Cole will check in. 23-17. Stafford tipping over the net. It'll be a kill for her. Somebody was in the net is what they're going to say. And now set point number 1 of 7, 24-17. And Geraldine will serve for the set. And we're ready to go after we got the wet spot off the floor. Palacios in play, and it's an ace to end the set. 25-17, Coppin is victorious, up 2-0 here. 25-17 in the second, 25-16 in the first, as they get ready to try and close things out here in 3. We'll step aside and be back with more from the PEC Arena after this.
Geico app makes car insurance easy.
Enjoy your flight. You too.
As easy as saying the wrong thing.
Dad, why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
Are we leaving or?
I thought I knew you.
With same-day claim support, it's easy to Geico.
It's not how airports work, man.
Original, never compromise. Nobody can mess with my copyright. Make it look easy, you don't have to try that. Go and get it. Go and get it.
Coppin State up 2-0 heading into the third and possible final set here inside the PEC Arena. Coppin looking to sweep for the second straight match and for the fifth time on this 6-game win streak. For the fifth time on this 6-game win streak. Both teams will get ready to go. As you take a look at the all-time series history, it's a 18-9 all-time favor of South Carolina State dating back to 1991. Coppin State has, however, won the last 8 matches, all 3-0 sweeps. And the last South Carolina State win was back in Orangeburg in 2007. The last time Coppin lost here at home was October of 2002 in 5 sets. As you take a look at the first-year head coach as well from South Carolina State, Melissa Page. She is a South Carolina State volleyball alumni. Is a very good player for them. As you can see, second all-time in school history in digs and a 2010 MEAC champion. She just served as the head coach at Tuskegee, Auburn, Montgomery, and most recently at Alcorn State. South Carolina State has taken 3 sets in conference play against Norfolk State on the road, UMES on the road, and at home against Howard, and they also happen to be the third set. And it's 1-0 as Stafford gets the kill. Coppin looking to make quick work here in the third. Serrano will be the setter here. Gets it to Castle, takes a big swing. Tip from Felder, popped up. It's Figueroa setting up Stafford again, and a diving dig in the back row by Stevenson. Serrano out wide. Stafford this time a big kill. 2-0 Coppin State. Serrano will go back to serve again for Coppin. Looking to close things out in 3. Serrano deep into the corner, popped up, near side, Felder the tip. Getting it to Castle. Won't go down, didn't connect with that one like she wanted to. Serrano got there. Figueroa again for Stafford, and a third time, and a third kill for Takenya in the third. She's got 9 now, a match high. And it's 3-0 Coppin. Line drive serve, and it'll be an ace. Andrea Serrano, ace number 16. Timeout, Bulldogs. We'll take the break with them, and we will be back in just a moment right here on the CSU Sports Network. 4-0 Coppin State after the South Carolina State timeout. And it looks like Delaware State is about a point away from knotting things up down in D.C. at 1 set apiece. They're up 24-19 right now, and that's going to get down for Felder. So that's Howard, who sits currently in a second-place 2-loss tie with Norfolk State. Of course, there are some games to be made up. Morgan State had to postpone some in the middle of conference play, so Coppin, that's why they're a game behind. Total game-wise behind the Bulldogs. They have not played Morgan State just yet. They will play them to wrap up the season on November 10th and possibly before that to make that game up. And the shocker right now is the other team in that second-place tie who's got to make up a game with Morgan. Norfolk State is down 2-0 at home against Maryland Eastern Shore. 5-2, Rosales will serve. Off the top of the tape and a block, 5-3. Coppin has not trailed here this evening. They've been tied twice in that first set, but has not trailed. Caton will roll, got deflected. They go out of system, free ball. Tipped over and through by Ibrahim, but kept alive. And now Ibrahim with a huge swing and the pass back over to the Coppin State side. Serrano on the tight ball to the net, sets up Castle. Long rally, Felder the tip, Serrano got there. Roman kept it out of the net. Castle a free ball to the back row for Cole. SC State's turn on the dump. Won't get there as Ibrahim tried to send it back, but couldn't connect. 5-4 the score. In the net, side out. 6-4 Coppin. Put in play. Popped up and blocked. Now back to the Coppin State side. Castle a swing, looking for the fingertip touch, won't get it. And here comes Cameron Lucas, number 13 for Coppin, in for Cope Castle. Serrano setting up Lucas this time. Didn't quite get down to the floor. Palacios, Serrano out wide for Caton on the tip. Popped up again and still alive. Free ball. Again for Caton, and this time it gets down. Hernandez back in for Lucas as she'll go in to serve. (7-5), Coppin on top by 2 early here in the third set. Out wide and a kill for Harris. Harris with her third, 7-6. And Caton gets a big kill, 8-6. Coppin looking to close out this match in 3. And off the hands and out of play. Big kill for Delaney Davis. 8-7. Substitution incoming. It'll be Avia, number 10 back in. And Rosales checks out. Serrano setting up Stafford. And Coppin looking to get on a run as they set up to Kenya once again, and she is the first player in double digits with 10 kills now. She had 11 against Eastern Shore on Sunday in a 3-set sweep. Popped up Serrano. Hernandez again for Stafford on the tip, and it gets down, and it's her 11th kill. (10-7). In the middle, put over. Caton got there. Serrano again. Stafford. You bet. Feed the beast. 11-7 the score. 12 kills for Tekenya. We're going to put them on a run. Pushed out wide. Stafford again. This time didn't quite connect, and it's out of play. So an attack error, and it's 11-8. Here comes Figueroa back into the back row for Coppin. Central leads Morgan 2-0. And Dell State and Howard knotted up at 1 apiece as you take a look at your Friday night around the conference. And it's a 2-0 Eastern Shore lead as well at Norfolk State. That's the interesting one so far, is that Eastern Shore is up 2-0 on the road. In play and a kill for Felder. It's 12-9. Stevenson the server. Serrano. Kessel, the tip. Won't go down. Stevenson pops it up. Felder again, out wide. Caton got there. Serrano, a bump set, got out of the way for Stafford, who tips and gets it to find the line. 13-9. Tekenya's got 13. And a service error. 13-9. Avia will serve. Put in play at Ibrahim. Serrano back to Castle. Tools the block. Got it to go. 14-10. Hope Castle's had a very good last week of volleyball. She had a big-time career high in kills with 18, I believe, against Delaware State last Friday night, and then against Eastern Shore. Followed that up with 9 kills and 2 blocks, and has 7 here tonight. We'll make it 8 after that last one, and it's 14-10. Figueroa, Caton. Now they got to get there in the punch over. In system to Castle. Cole got there for the dig, pushed over. Stafford again. Serrano, the dump. And it got there. A nifty play from Andrea Serrano. 15-10. In the middle, Palacios got it to go, 16-10. Coppin closing in now on a 3-set sweep. Floated over and an ace for Coco Figueroa. Her 17th ace and a timeout taken by South Carolina State. 17-10, Coppin closing in on a 3-set victory here on the CSU Sports Network. Figueroa to get us back underway here. Up by 7 at 17-10. Coppin with the lead and a kill for Felder. Her 7th. She leads the Bulldogs with 7. Coppin led by Stafford's 13, 7 apiece from Geraldine, Paola, and Layla. All have 7, and Castle's got a pair. Serrano has 1 as well. Serrano, Caton again. Back over to Figueroa. Setting it up this time, Geraldine Palacios. Hernandez will serve. And here comes Benson back in for South Carolina State. Tight ball to the net, tipped. Coppin will attack with Palacios again. 19-11 the score. Rocket serve from Hernandez puts him out of system. Serrano slide play. Geraldine for the 3rd straight time. It's 20-11. A 9-point Coppin advantage. In the middle, Hernandez covered. Tip from Caton doesn't go. Tip at the net, Serrano got it to go. 10-point lead, 21-11. Are they going to rule that a kill or a block? Let's see. Coppin was celebrating like it was a solo block for Andrea Serrano. Big time swing and a big time kill from Paola. And here comes Ayana Farrow to close this one out at setter, 22-11. Ayana hasn't played a whole lot this year, the sophomore out of Laurel, Maryland. Big time, did it get in? Almost curled in from Stafford. That would have been something. 22-12. Dropped in. Palacios, the push to the corner. Hernandez, Farrow, Caton doesn't go. 22-13. Palacios with those 3 straight kills now into double digits as well. She's got 10. Caton got the tip off. Palacios this time, make it 11. 23-13. Two points away now are the Eagles. They're up by 10 here in the third. It's going to be Paola Caton to serve, and they're going to let Caton serve. Has 1 ace on the year. She doesn't serve very often. Coming back from that shoulder injury last year. Gets him out of system, and it's a free ball, but Palacios didn't move out of Figueroa's way. And it's a free ball kill for South Carolina State, 23-14. Farrow, Palacios muscling it through. She's got 12. Set point 1 of 10, and it becomes match point 1 of 10, 24-14. And now it's Palacios' turn to serve. Ended the second set with an ace, won't end the match with one yet. And Ibrahim instead ends it. 25-14, the final in the third. Coppin 3-set sweep, 25-16, 25-17, and 25-14 for Coppin as they stay perfect. We will be joined by Coach Walsh and I believe Takenya Stafford on the post-game show as we begin to wrap things up. Well, once again, a 3-set sweep. They push the win streak to 7, and 5 of those 7 wins have come via the sweep for Coppin. They will be at home against NC Central on Sunday afternoon. We'll step aside and be back to wrap things up in just a matter of moments here on the CSU Sports Network. All right, we are back here on the CSU Sports Network to wrap things up from inside the PEC Arena. We are now joined by Geraldine Palacios, who will be our player of the game. Geraldine, 12 kills and a couple of block assists for you tonight while hitting a whopping .857 on 14 total attacks. Geraldine, especially there in that third set where you went on a little 3-0 run and then another 2-0 run by yourself to get those kills. What was really clicking for your offense here tonight?
It's something like we do every practice, so I try to put in the core and really help to the team to win tonight.
Absolutely, and you have another one on Sunday, quick turnaround, have a tough NC Central team who's going to come in and play. You guys are undefeated in conference so far. How can you keep that momentum going on Sunday?
I feel like we have to start like we did tonight, serving strong, doing good defense, and blocking very well.
Absolutely. Geraldine, thank you for joining us. We'll let you celebrate the victory, and we'll see you here on Sunday afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
Geraldine Palacios joining us on the broadcast here this evening to wrap things up, as she will be our player of the game, and we'll be joined by head coach Tim Walsh here in just a second as he gets the headset on. Coach, first of all, congrats on the win. You were able to get it done in 3 sets. That is the 5th time in the last 7 matches on this 7-match win streak now that your team has swept. A little bit bittersweet as well. We won't get into that tonight, but we'll talk about and focus on the positives. Your team came out clicking here in this one against SC State, more so than they did last week here at home.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've been talking about just maintaining confidence with each other, playing for each other, and I think we came out better than we have the last couple sets. So that was definitely something positive.
And Geraldine and Takenya were in double-digit kills, 13 and 12 respectively for those two. They really got things going, especially in that third set there to start. They both kind of started to fire on all cylinders and wrap things up.
Definitely. TK just was, the sets were kind of all over the place in the first set. She wasn't getting the tempo that she likes. And then in the third set, we were passing a little bit better, and then the setting was a little bit stronger for her and that tempo, and she was just connecting really well. So she did a good job in that third set for sure. And Gigi, Gigi was making herself available. She was transitioning well, so she wanted the ball. She was calling for it. We've been trying to feed her more and more and more and give her that confidence that, she's one of the best middles in this conference to go for it and be an offensive threat as well as, a blocking threat.
And how did you kind of keep everybody focused going into a night like tonight where it's never given, but you almost kind of know, hey, it's going to be 3. They're not necessarily going to be as close as some of the other matches we're going to play. So how do you keep them focused while also making sure that that core is ready to go for Sunday when NC Central comes?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a continuity thing. Like, we just want to be a team and we want to play our game, and it doesn't matter who you play. You want to focus on your side. You can't worry too much about the other side. It's volleyball, so things are going to happen. But we watched a lot of film, and we saw their tips, and that they were getting balls over from digs, and so just being aware that you might get junk that you don't typically see. And so I think they were in the good headspace for that. As far as scouting and understanding that, and the tempo is different. So we had a different kind of blocking scheme this week that we worked into. So yeah, it benefited us. So.
And NC Central coming into town, they're always a tough team to beat. They already took you to 5. You ended up victorious down in Durham. How do you keep the streak kind of alive and get ready to handle a very tough test here at home?
Yeah, I've said this. Central could be in the finals. They are just a sleeping team right now. So I definitely think that they are one of the top teams in the MEAC, and so we need to be ready, pin to pin, and we need to serve aggressive. They're going to have bigger blocks. It's a faster offense. So just being aware of what they do well, and then again, serve and pass wins games. So if we can serve well and pass well, we'll be in a good spot.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win here tonight. We'll see you on Sunday afternoon.
Perfect. Thank you.
Head coach Tim Walsh wrapping things up for us here on the post game. Once again, Coppin victorious in straight sets, 25-16, 25-17, 25-14. South Carolina State falls to 1-23 on the year, 0-10 in the MEAC. We'd also like to extend a special thanks to the Coppin State Nursing Program for their displays and their support for the breast cancer awareness game here this evening. Coppin moves to 19-3 on the year and a perfect 9-0 in conference play. They will be back here at home Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. to take on the Eagles from North Carolina Central. That's going to wrap things up for us here tonight. Be sure to tune in on Sunday afternoon. We'll talk to you then.